Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Looking back to the last matchup between these two teams, it was Phoenix who was unable to get it done against the Mavericks. So far, no luck against this team. They dropped both of the games in the previous two matchups this season.
And I don't care how much you grind it out.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Dishes it to Freak. Here's Len. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. Lures checked in for Eric Bledsoe. What a season for Alex Len last year. Came in looking to find a spot for the team, and he made huge jumps in his game.
And I think it correlated with his minutes going up as well. I mean, played a lot more minutes, and he's a very complete big guy. With the added minutes, the production has gone up as expected.
Okay. You know, you can expect young big men to improve over time, but I didn't think anyone expected Len to jump ahead so fast.
Okay, gentlemen, two shots.
That free throw good from Barea.
And a final remark, guys, on Len. I mean, his defense was the big benefactor. I mean, he was a force in the paint and develop into a really solid rim protector.
And Phoenix making a change here. Goodwin's checked in. That one is no good. And guys, what a spark plug J.J. Barea has been throughout his career. When he comes in the game, you can feel the lift. We saw a couple games against Houston in the playoffs, saw it back in 2011 in the championship season for the Mavs.
That's a great point. I mean, he has an energizing effect on his teammates, the fans, and the announcers. I mean, he just brings so much spirit and hustle to the games. Very hard not to root for a guy like that.
Here's Goodwin. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
The drive by Lee. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
For me, my favorite memory of Barea, his outstanding postseason in 2011. The Mavericks had to get through the Lakers and the Heat to win their first championship. And Barea broke down those defenses by screaming to the hoop every chance he got. Actually, he squirted to the hoop.
Harris kicks to Lee. The feed to McGee. Outside Matthews. Len grabs the board.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it. And getting back to Barea's contributions against the Lakers back in 11, Barea led a fourth-quarter comeback in Game 2 to help the Mavs win. Big swing in that series. And then after the game, Kobe Bryant said that Barea kicked our you-know-whats. And ultimately, Barea helped the Mavs go on to win their only championship.
Pass to McGee. Kicks to Lee. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
That's his first personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
And boy, I tell you what, he's really coming to his own this year. I mean, that is an enormous step up from what he shot at the line last season.
So he gets them both. Here's Goodwin. 24 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Freak sets a screen for Goodwin. The dish to Freak. And there's the pass to Warren. Now here's Goodwin, guarded by Barea. Shot clock at 6. Goodwin passes to Lure. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
Assist from
Lure's got 5 now.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Suns lead by 8. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Transitioning from college to the pros can be a challenge for many players. Here's what Freak had to say about adjusting his game to the NBA. Good points, Clark. What role do coaches play in helping young players like that adjust to the long NBA schedule?
No matter what the circumstance is, if that means playing young guys extended minutes, then all systems go. I mean, that's what being a pro is all about.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another, as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Ostrovsky, he's in at 3. Chandler out there with Mirza Cheletovic. Then there's Brandon Knight, and it's Booker in at the 2. They set the screen. It's Williams with the drive. Freed up, nice work off the pick. Williams has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Dallas. Now for Darren Williams, the injury-riddled campaigns just keep piling up.
Yeah, it's almost difficult to watch considering how good he was when he was healthy. I mean, you're talking about one of the most explosive players in the game over the last decade at the point guard spot. But the injuries, hard to overcome.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Knicks had a difficult game. He chipped in his share of points and added a couple of rebounds with that. This has been a concern of his and the coaching staff lately, as he's hit a very rough patch and will be looking to turn things around in this one. Let's see if he does it, Kevin.
Doris, thanks. And we all know he wants to come out here and move on.
Yeah, and what would really help is if he could come out and get off to a good, quick start here tonight.
That would be a huge help. I mean, the faster he can move on and get locked into the present, the better off his team will be.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
And the Suns making a change here. Tucker's checked in. Some Mavericks will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. Lee comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Wesley Matthews checked in for J.J. Barea. And Devin Harris subbed in for Darren Williams. Lee kicks to Parsons. Right side Matthews. The 10-footer. Got a piece of it, and he's able to get it back. Can't get it to go.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win. Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Lee kicks to Matthews. Here's Parsons. Drops it in from 11 feet. Parsons got his second basket of the night.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Knight, that's a two-pointer. The Mavericks pull it in. Parsons got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, it seems like they're getting a little fat and sassy here, complacent in the second quarter.
We've seen their free throw attempts stagnate, not getting much going on inside. They can't get too comfortable.
Knight against Harris. Unloads. A shot by Knight, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Suns ahead. They're up by 6. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Tyson, what has been the key to an...
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You know, Eric Bledsoe has been exceptional here, guys.
Unbelievable the way he dominated that offensive glass.
So the new group getting ready for Dallas. JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. Lee comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Harris is checked in for Parsons, and Barea subbed in for Darren Williams. And the Suns here with a different look. Lenz checked in for Chandler. Warren comes in for Mirza Teletovic. Freaks checked in for P.J. Tucker. And Knight subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. David Lee is out there with Matthews. Then there's Harris. Then there's JaVale McGee. And it's Barea in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's Matthews. A second chance effort. McGee's shot is off.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
It's Knight with the drive. And the Suns miss again.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
And for JaVale McGee, what was once such a promising career is now, Clark, I think, coming to the crossroads.
Yeah, you know what? He is capable of being a major rim protector and rebounder, but I think teams are getting a little bit impatient with him because he's just not mature to the point that you would have expected. He's not going to miss many of those, if any. Not when he's got that much room.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Outside Matthews. Got a hand on it.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Suns?
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
And it's Matthews again missing.
And for McGee, it looked like he had taken a positive step last year when it was announced he would sign with Boston. The front office even came out and sang his praises. Then negotiations fell apart and McGee didn't play again for the rest of the season. Another in a long line of disappointments over his career.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one.
You know, regarding McGee, he spent most of his career eyeing the money. He forced his way out of Washington partly because of it. Didn't sign with the Celtics because he wanted to be an unrestricted free agent at the end of the year. He has to show that he can still play if he wants somebody to really pay.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Parsons is checked in. And he sinks the second. 35 seconds left in the third. Barea with it. 5 points in the game. He feeds it to McGee. Outside for Barea. McGee a screen. Parsons on the wing. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Parsons. He kicks to Barea. For the 3. It's off. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Suns lead by 15. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. A different look for Dallas. JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. Lee comes in for Chandler Parsons. And Barea subbed in for Matthews.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Suns.
Good point, Steve. And Clark, they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
I like their fortitude, their toughness, particularly in terms of dealing with adversity. Anytime things didn't go their way, they just put their nose down and stayed with it. And because of that, they were able to pull away.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And by getting a win in the final game of the year between these two teams, they will have saved themselves some embarrassment, ending with a record of 1-2 in their season series against the Mavericks.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Bledsoe. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Ostrovsky in at small forward. Ronnie Price out there with Goodwin. Then it's John Lure. And it's Len in at the center, locking down the middle.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Williams.
And guys, it's been a slow decline for Darren Williams the last few seasons. Once considered an elite point guard, he just doesn't have that stature any longer.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Anderson, he's checked in for Nowitzki. And Devin Harris is subbed in for J.J. Barea. Well, for Williams, Greg, in his decline, his field goal percentage dropped to below 40% last season. Clark, I never thought I'd see the day with that.
Those were the worst offensive numbers since his rookie season. I mean, he had the game that you thought would carry him past his athletic prime, but that might not be the case the way those numbers look.
And the shot is good. And the Suns lead by 18.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And this broadcast has not ended just yet, as we've got the award-winning Ernie Johnson standing by here for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Eric Bledsoe. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille